Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. We are back in ACC, but this one is going to be a little different. I know that in the past I have done my championship playthrough, or I have done a recording of a SimGrid daily race, but today's video is a recording from HFG's Transatlantic Sundays Season 4 Triple Crown Series. This is race number 1. I recorded it live and meant to have a wheel cam, but unfortunately my wheel cam was not on for some reason. So either way, there is a live recording. I don't say anything live, but throughout the video I am going to have some voiceovers that just kind of explain what's going on if I think that it won't make sense without a voiceover. Along with the live recording, there also will be recordings of the replays to show other angles of whatever it is that happened on track. And a third thing is I will be posting clips from the live broadcast that HFG Gaming hosted of this race. Huge thank you to Alex Roffe and HFG for doing that broadcast. HFG is the one that hosted it, and then Alex Roffe was the commentator. I hope I'm saying his name right. But again, huge thank you to them. It was an excellent broadcast. I rewatched it after the race, and there will be broadcasts for all of the future races. So if you're seeing this sometime in January or February of 2022, there are still more races left. Just go check out HFG Gaming's YouTube channel, and you'll be able to find those recordings. You'll be able to find those recordings as well as possibly the upcoming preview of the next live recording. So yeah, with that, let's get into the video.
Just move further down. And then here's one of my personal favourites, Mr. Matthews himself. That Lamborghini there, that looks absolutely amazing. So Springboks Lamborghini followed by Matthews Lamborghini. That is a lovely livery, and I apologise if I keep mentioning Matthews' Lamborghini tonight, but it does look absolutely fantastic. I can see he's got plenty of support in the chat as well. Evening, gents.
Green light, again. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And we are green. We are racing at Paul Ricard this evening as the drivers come down. Yersluen keeps his position as P1, pulls over to the right hand side of the track, doesn't need to cover anybody off. He's managed to break away any toe that may have been given away there. It looks fairly clean so far through turns 1, 2, and as the drivers now move down back towards 3, yes, it's absolutely flying there. Let's
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
a bit further back is Drew Matthews' Lamborghini, and we've said it once, I'm going to say it twice, and I'm probably going to say it 100 times. It looks fantastic with that black and the purple there. You can just see that coming up behind the Bradbury Lamborghini there.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Bradbury there managing to stay in front there. Springboks lost his place. Going to jump aboard the helicopter. That's going to be the best view to see here. We've got three Lamborghinis here. We've got Chris Springbok's going to try and dance through the middle of the two of them, and he's going to try and make it stick around the outside of turn 8. You've got Drew Matthews there just holding back, going to try and bide his time a little bit and take advantage of a mistake by these two. Yes, Japanese T liveries do look really good, and that's not going to be the first time I mentioned them tonight as well. And there you go, Chris manages to take the place back off Drew Matthews. He's going to try and get up the centre. This is where we saw it on the last lap. Can Springbrook manage to hold his position here? He does, he's right on the tail.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Well done, mate. That's the best. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Black group, Drew Matthews there running in P7. He's on the back. I think P8, I think my time is, yeah, to P8 he is now. As he's on the back of Kurt Bradbury at the time. These two are going to be tussling for the next hour and 4 minutes, I would think. And don't forget, we've got a pit window in all of this. Jackie telling me how to do my job up there, and I'm glad he is, because I missed that as well. We'll get rid of that because the commentary has definitely started. And all the excitement, Jackie, from the racing so far, I forgot to take that off. But never mind, we'll still stay on board with Drew Matthews as they go towards turn 1 on the back of Kurt Bradbury. As it stands back on board with Drew Matthews then, who has dropped into P8 after being in P7. However, we've got to remember there's an hour to go. We know his pace is, I can tell you his pace is of the same as Kurt Bradbury, the driver in front. So the pit stops are going to play a big part in this. See what it looks like from his perspective. It's gone forward here. A little bit of understeer there you can see from Drew as he comes around towards turn 13. Front end just getting away from him a little bit there, and that's technical sector 3. He's still in touch with that Lamborghini in front of him. Let's see what's going on with the chip. Drew Matthews now, who's this little 3 here. Having a great little battle, these 3. Their lap times are within hundredths of each other and not tenths, so we are seeing some very interesting battles here, and I think these 3 may have to settle this battle via the pit stops and different strategies. Will they refuel? Will they change tyres? Will they just go up and down on the jacks? What will they do? They don't have to do anything other than go up and down on their jacks. So let's see who's accounted for what. Obviously what we don't know is what fuel loads people are running at this given time. About for a while is Mr. Drew Matthews, as he's now in the pack with these 3 Lambos still. Just look at that livery, it's absolutely fantastic as he's now going on board with his dash here in towards turn 9 and 10. Imperative to get your line right through these corners, otherwise you just wash out and miss the apexes completely. As you can see, that Lamborghini there we saw Drew earlier, he was drifting out a little bit wide, washing out on the front there. Bit of understeer that seems to be existing. It's all over the back of him. get ready for a move here, because I think we might see one very soon. See if it's not turn 13, it'll be turn 1. He's going to try and cut back on the inside there as the boys now come up towards turn 13, the final corner of this lap. Switching back with the TV cameras there as he takes much more curve than he probably wanted to. Have unsettled the car a little bit on the exit of 13. He's all over the back of him now, jumping back aboard with the helicopter there. He's going to be right in the mirror there. He's pulling away from the Lamborghini behind him, that 329 Lamborghini of David Hulbert. As they're coming towards turn 1, he's just a bit too far back to do anything about it. We now
on the right.
Drew Matthews then, a name not too unfamiliar to people that have been in the stream so far. The sight, as you can see, is all over the back of Kurt Bradbury's Lamborghini still as they go down towards turn 8. Let's jump on board with his bonnet cam because he looks like he's a bit closer than he has been on previous lines. Side by side there, Drew pulls out, but unfortunately he doesn't look like he's got the pace to be able to make that stick through there unless the Lamborghini in front pushes wide. Looks like he may have done. Back on board with his bonnet cam there. Oh, he's going to try and push it up the inside. They're going to... Oh, their side by side door. Oh, that was nearly a door bang as well. Drew there keeping the Lamborghini well and truly tame. They're going to come close together again as they go up towards now 11 and 12. Drew just got the inside line here. This is a very tight turn as well. He's going to have the better exit as well as they now come up towards turns 12 and 13. Don't be fooled by the track position of the Lamborghini of Kurt Bradbury as it stands at the moment, because Drew's going to have the better line there on the exit but doesn't manage to keep it on the exit of 12. 13 now coming around together, going to be side by side in towards turn 1. Tucks back in to get that slipstream there. You can see the setup difference here between the cars because the Lamborghini of Drew Matthews there just does not have the pace to be able to make a clean slipstream overtake. So there is definitely less wing or some description on that setup of the car in front. As he's going to try now as he comes towards sector 1, he's going to tuck back behind again. He's going to try again on this next lap. Let's see what's going on.
Clear on the right.
Drew Matthews. Let's see exactly what's happening with this battle here. He has managed to clear Kurt Bradbury, which we knew was coming. It's been coming for a while. It was going to have to be done in the turns though, because the straight line pace of the other Lamborghini was able to defend more than adequately. You can just see then on the back of his rear wing as he comes around towards turn 13. The slow and deadly most critical corner on the track. Very easy to run wide there. The other side of those bollards, and you can see the advantage that he's got already just over the Logitech rear wing there. You can see he's just starting to pull away. Drew then, this is going to be an interesting battle. His pace is definitely faster than those in front. He's just got an 8-second gap to make up. So let's see what happens here. You can see he's breaking away from the two Lambos behind him. It'll be interesting to see. We've got those at the back there, and the GT4s, they pitted as well. They're going to try and undercut there. To speak to him. Back aboard with Drew Matthews then. You can see he is very much gaining on those cars in front. His last lap time was a second, 1.1 seconds faster than the cars in front. So he is going to be on the back. For those of you supporting Drew on the stream, he's going to be on the back of those two Lamborghinis very, very soon. He's lapping a second faster as it stands at the moment. However, the only thing he's going to have to contend with in there are the...
Be careful.
Dives into the pit, does Drew. Looks like they've pulled the trigger for the pit stops. Chris Davis then will then inherit his next position.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Come on, go, go, go.
So as I'm coming to the exit of pit lane, I see Gar pulling out of the pits, and when I went into the pits, I was about, I think, 9 seconds behind him, and also was only about a second ahead of K. Bradbury, and I ended up obviously coming out in front of Gar, and I think I was about 8 seconds ahead of K. Bradbury, so I gained like somewhere between 8 and 12 seconds in the pit, which is absolutely crazy.
With Drew then, he is currently P6. He served his pit stop. He is currently the net leader of those pit stops. He's done a fantastic job there with the undercut on Gar through the pit stops. The Lamborghini of 13 of Drew Matthews now the leader for the Super Trofeo class. Those of you in the stream watching will be delighted with that, I'm sure, given the amount of support that he has been given. So
on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Matthews is lost position by the looks of it to Luke Gar, which he will be absolutely gutted about. Given that hard work he put in, that undercut that he put in there, it did pay off, but only for a short while. So Drew has now lost that net lead by the look of it. However, I still think it's going to be tight with Steve, so Drew may still inherit an extra position from his tactics he played in the pit stop.
So with this incident here, I did unfortunately get a penalty. It was deserved. I broke the rules here. The rule states that when you are lapping another vehicle, unless there is significant overlap, the other vehicle has the right to the racing line. And I will admit that it was just kind of a rookie mistake that I had been running a different racing line, so I didn't think about the fact that his racing line would be the normal racing line. So I gave him room for the normal racing for my normal racing line and not the normal racing line. Therefore, when he came across my nose and I hit him and spun him out, that was my fault, and I should have invoked what we call the courtesy rule at HFG, which means that I give him the spot back. I let him pass me back, and I didn't do that. And so because I didn't do that and I was at fault, I got a 30-second penalty, which dropped me places with the final position. But again, I fully deserved it, and I learned a lesson, and I'm still very happy with how this race came out.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Leave it with that there, and Steve comfortably gets out in front of these two. So his pit stop there was no tyres, no fuel. It was up on the jacks and straight back down. So these two back here now, Drew and Gar, know exactly what they need to do. It's just whether they can do it with the 11 minutes remaining.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
On board with Drew then, who has been hanging on to the back of Luke Gar, and he has driven an outstanding race. Gave it a cracking battle at the start. His pit strategy was perfect, but Luke and Gar just have that pace advantage today. Back on board with Gar then, you can see.
The leader has finished the race. Excellent job, mate. P3, you're on the podium. Now bring it back home safely.
And with my penalty, I did end up finishing 5th, not 3rd, but still a great race. I hope you guys enjoyed this video very much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.